Most people seem to think she's going to die in this movie. This makes me think she's not going to die.
I don't think she's going to die. I think she's going to end up in the void. No, they're not going to kill a father with a baby. A brand new baby.
Do we know that's his baby? I want a baby.
That's crazy.
Could she be a life model decoy?
From Doom?
From Doom? Yeah. Let's make a wild card cameo. Okay, this is like...
Emma Stone.
As who?
You said wild card.
Okay. Welcome back to New Rockstars. We're days away from the release of Thunderbolts in theaters, so it's time to lock in our final predictions ahead of the release of the film. Will the Void be defeated and Sentry remain? Will we get any shocking cameos? Will any of the Thunderbolts survive this film? We're putting it all on the line today, Jessica.
Yes, and this is the sneak peek where we look ahead to the future of fandom for you guys, and today we're talking about Thunderbolts with me, Jessica Clemons, and my co-host, Brandon Barrick.
Oh, me? Thank you so much, Jessica. Yes, Eric Voss is on assignment today, so I snuck in to take his seat. Yeah, we put him on assignment. He's halfway to Kuala Lumpur.
Oh my God, he might jump off a building.
He might jump off a building in Malaysia. Who knows?
Oh my
Who
God.
knows? Yeah, we gotta talk about Thunderbolts. We're gonna lock in our final predictions. We have not seen the film.
No, we haven't.
Some
I know that
people
some
at this
people
institution have.
Yeah, kudos to them though, seeing it a week earlier than the premiere.
Marvel is happy to show this film to people.
They are.
I think they know they got a hit on their hands.
They were racing. I'm 100% sure they were like, oh, let's just get.
Yeah.
A week before the premiere.
I know. They were letting fans see this movie, not just press. It was crazy. You could sign up on like Letterboxd. They did a release through Fandango. It's crazy.
Damn, go
crazy
up.
stuff. Well, before we get into it all, we want to remind you to check out nerdriot.shop, where you can always grab the latest and greatest and new Rockstars merch. Right now, you can grab our Thunderbolts inspired merch, the Asterisk collection. You can get that stuff. We have this lovely WLF hat inspired by The Last of Us, of course. That's our infected collection.
Washington, stand up. I don't root for the WLF all the time.
I don't know much about them, so I wouldn't want to root for them. I don't know. But we got tons of merch on the site. You can check it out. It's a great way to support the channel. Nerdriot.shop. Check it out. Get yourself some merch.
Did you already shout out your Galactus shirt?
I am wearing the Galactus shirt.
Yeah,
yes. We got Fantastic Four is coming out. The Eater of Worlds on my Eater of Snacks. My tummy.
On my tummy.
My tummy's a real Galactus to every chocolate planet in sight.
Oh,
yum, 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 yum.
God, you're annoying.
I am annoying. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for the listeners and the viewers out there. I am annoying. So, yes, Jessica, we're going to talk about Thunderbolts. Of course, it's coming out next week. Very excited to see it. I got my tickets for Thursday night. I'm so excited. Dolby. I love a Dolby screening.
Oh, same.
Gonna be great. But so we're going to make our final predictions here.
Okay, we need to. And I'm going to get them all wrong.
I'll probably get a lot wrong. You know, Eric and I did final predictions for Captain America Brave New World, and I did poorly.
Every time we do our predictions before the movies come out, I hate it because I only get one right.
I know.
And I will be honest though, I get that one crazy one right. I was the one that guessed that the otter was going to die in Guardians 3.
Oh, that's right. You can hang your hat on that one.
I didn't say, all the animals. I said it's the otter.
Lila.
I said it's going to be Isla.
But then they did kill all the animals.
They did end up killing all the animals.
What if the
To
most
be fair,
tragic?
one of the three...
Which one? Teefs?
No, I love Teefs.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm the only person that loves Teefs, but it's because she's a bunny.
Yeah.
I love a bunny that has spider legs.
Which one was the walrus?
That's the one.
What was his name?
Oh my God.
Tusks?
It was something like
Sniffles?
that. It was something about the teeth. It was, I don't know, because hers was teeth.
I think the walrus was Teefs. The rabbit was Fluffy. I don't know.
Something like that.
Who remembers?
We remember the animal that they were spliced with what weird invention he put.
Yeah.
Otter with normal robot hands.
Yeah, with weird. I don't know. I miss
Linda
the
Cardellini.
Let's bring him back, folks.
Honestly,
that was a great villain.
He loved that role when he showed up. Was it at San Diego Comic-Con or was it D23?
It was at Comic-Con where he showed up in costume.
He didn't need to do all that, but he did.
He did.
Remember the people that show up to the events in their costumes?
Yeah.
Him, the Red Guardian.
Yeah.
They love what they do.
Robert Downey Jr.'s done it.
Oh, yeah.
He showed up with the glove, not full costume.
Oh, he showed up in the full outfit.
I think
as Dr. Doom.
Hiddleston showed up as Loki once, didn't he? Didn't he show up somewhere dressed as Loki?
I've seen him twerking on like a staff.
Twerking on a staff. Saw that on DeviantArt. I don't know about.
I think I saw that on 4chan.
no. R.I.P. 4chan. They got hacked. They're destroyed. And it's probably for the best. Okay, so let's talk about Thunderbolts. Let's get into our final predictions. I think the biggest predictions to be made are who's going to die in this movie, because we think there's going to be some deaths. It seems like that's what this kind of expendable force of anti-heroes is for, right? Very Suicide Squad-esque.
Yeah, 100.
You know, these are the Thunderbolts. Now, before we make these predictions, let's remember they did the Avenge chairs, right? They announced a bunch of people for Avengers Doomsday cast, and confirmed for that cast among the Thunderbolts, we have Sebastian Stan, who was the Winter Soldier, Wyatt Russell, who's U.S. Agent, Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova, Lewis Pullman, who is Bob, a.k.a. Sentry, a.k.a. The Void, David Harbour, who's Red Guardian, and Hannah John Kamen, who is Ghost. They did not confirm Taskmaster returning.
Or Vanessa.
Or Vanessa, yeah.
We're just talking, because we're talking in anybody, right? In the Thunderbolts. That's going to be in the movie?
Yeah.
I think Vanessa is the only extension to the superheroes that are going to be in the Thunderbolts. But
Val or Vanessa?
I keep saying Vanessa.
I thought you meant Vanessa from
I meant Val. I'm
bringing Vanessa. She's
Vanessa.
a killer.
I'm sure they're cousins.
They did not mention Julia Louis-Dreyfus, but I don't know. I think
she's going to die.
No, I don't. Well, we'll get to that prediction. So we have that. But of course, we don't know if these people being cast in Doomsday means the 616 version of these characters. These could all be variants, right? Because it's going to be a multiverse movie. So just keep that in mind as we make our guesses. Who's going to die in Thunderbolts? Let's start with the obvious, Taskmaster, a.k.a. Antonia Dreykov.
Yeah.
They have not shown a lot of her in footage. And when they originally showed her in the trailer, they've since removed her from those scenes. Most people seem to think she's going to die in this movie. This makes me think she's not going to die.
I don't think she's going to die. I think she's going to end up in the void.
Oh, okay.
I think she's going to end up in the void. I think she's going to be the first person that succumbs.
Okay.
I think she's going to be the first one that succumbs. In the trailer, we see that they go to the middle of the desert, and that's probably where Sentry has been in hiding, been locked up. And I think that's going to be the first time they see how far his powers can go, and it's going to be sucking up Taskmaster into the void.
So do we think she'll get out by the end of the movie?
I think she'll get out eventually, but I do want to believe, and this is me being a horrible person, that there is some force that's just not good about going into the void. I think there's one you can get into the void and then get out, and then we see that it's not actually that damning. I need to know that. I need to believe that the void is actually scary.
Yeah,
there has to be some repercussions. Yeah. So I don't know if they do get out.
But you think she's gonna?
I think she's alive in there. I don't think the people die when the void takes him. I think they're still alive.
You're gonna say she's alive.
I think I'm gonna say she's alive now. And if she isn't, I completely understand, and I'm kicking my own butt.
Yeah, I feel
think this is gonna be one of my crazy ones where I'm gonna say she's alive.
I feel like I'm like overanalyzing this, and I don't want to take the obvious. She's dead. I'm gonna say she dies.
Okay,
so we'll disagree on that.
The over under. I think because egg on our face if she is dead.
Because everyone is like, this lady's cooked. Like, they're not showing her in the trailer. All the character posters that have come out, like, they'll show the character without a mask and then with a mask. They just show Taskmaster mask and mask. Like, it's very weird how they're treating
she doesn't take her mask off ever, right? Only to show herself.
She did at the end of Black Widow,
just for the reveal.
And they were like, put it back on. No.
That's also why I kind of believe she will survive, is because I'm like, if she doesn't get succumbed to the void, I do believe there's a part of her that's still very robotic. Yeah. That's like, I just do what Val wants me to do. I don't really do, you guys can go fight this, but Val wants me to go do this.
Yeah, and like the actor Olga Kurylenko has not really appeared much.
Yeah, she hasn't
in the media. She wasn't at CinemaCon when they all rolled up in the limo and were having a good time. I just feel bad.
That's actually kind of messed up, but that's kind of how they did. Actually, no, that's the exact opposite of what they did in The Boys to Black Noir.
Oh, right.
They were like, no, we want the guy in the suit to come hang out with us because he's also just as big as us.
Yeah, and then they let him be in the show.
They are. She is in none of the press. Yeah. She is in none of the press. To be fair, she doesn't talk.
That's true. She doesn't talk much. And then she talked at the end of the movie.
In the most respectful way, this is me being ignorant, you guys. She's not doing her own stunts, right? Like, it's a stunt double.
She's not the one in the thing. I think there is a stunt double.
Because I was like, I don't think she's really in that suit unless it's the stunt.
This is like a Mandalorian situation where Pedro Pascal's on set for like a day.
Yeah. And that's where
most
I'm like,
of the time it's a stunt.
Girl, come on.
I don't know. Okay.
Come on, girl.
Well, that's Taskmaster. We'll have to see. I think she's a goner. But let's talk Red Guardian, a.k.a. Alexei Shostakov.
I think Alexei's going to survive.
Interesting.
I think Alexei's going to survive.
He seems like the most expendable to me.
No, he's 100% the most expendable. 100%.
Like him sacrificing himself.
But I think after we saw that scene of Yelena entering the void and him screaming,
and them holding
it's going to
be
her devastation, not his.
Interesting.
So I think he's going to stay. But if he did die, I would also not be surprised to see him show up in Doomsday as the 80s version of himself.
Right. Ooh, the younger. Because they are kind of aging him up a little. I feel like on this, they give him that kind of gray beard. Val calls him Old Santa in one of the clips they released. Isn't he like missing a tooth? I feel like they've really aged him up. And he's been doing all those promos.
He's had a hard life.
That weird video he made, the like limo video, he looks rough. And
yeah, well, we see how he is introduced in the trailer, just sitting at home,
right.
in a dirty apartment.
So full, so
my
filled.
Apartment. That's how dirty my apartment is. Let me be honest.
Yeah. I think he's dead. I think they're gonna kill him too.
Go off.
He's expendable. Bucky Barnes,
no, they
the
can't
Winter
kill
Soldier.
Bucky.
Do we call him the Winter Soldier still? Is he the White Wolf now?
Okay, not to be this person. Depends on who you're talking to.
I know.
But it depends on who you're talking to. I still call him the Winter Soldier because I ain't forgot.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna forget what you did, especially now that you're in politics. Not to be that person.
Yeah.
In the MCU, there's only so much that the civilians actually know. Right. And if I have some knowledge that this man was a secret agent for someone else,
kill JFK.
Yeah, and also not to be this person, I think some people within the MCU still believe that he killed T'Challa's dad.
Oh, T'Chaka? T'Chaka, yeah.
Yeah, T'Chaka. Because I don't think it was really...
Yeah, if they cleared that up. If they were like,
and then there's people that are like, well, what do you believe?
Yeah.
What is this? Because everyone has their own theories. And so I think in universe, with what I know as an MCU person, just a regular old person, I'd probably be like, that's the guy that killed that black man.
You were like, I'm still going to vote for him, but I don't like it.
He is... fine as hell.
Oh my gosh. There's no way they kill him.
There's no way they kill Bucky. That's crazy.
That would be crazy.
That'd be insane to establish that friendship with him and Sam Wilson and immediately kill another one of Sam Wilson's friends.
There would be women and a strong percentage of men tearing apart the theater screen if they killed him off. It would be bad. It would be bad.
The only reason Bucky is leaving the MCU is because Sebastian Stan wants to leave the MCU.
Oh, you think he's out?
No, he's not. No, he's not out.
No, you're saying if they were to kill Bucky?
Yeah, if they were, it's because Sebastian Stan's like, I kind of want to go. No, they're gonna hold on to that as long as they can. That's Bucky. I agree.
It's Bucky. It's Sebastian Stan. He's great. Ghost, aka Ava Starr.
I don't think they would kill her. I don't think there's a reason to kill her.
Right.
But for me personally, I was like, that seems like one of the people I'd be more affected by dying. Because she dealt with the worst life and watched her dad die and then just got the symptoms of his power and what he did and then just sat in that pain forever and then finally got it fixed, became this kind of assassin.
Right. And then they just kill her out. I'm so excited to see more of this character. I think it's a cool character. I think Hannah John Kamen does a great job. If you go back and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, she's great in it. And there's a lot of pathos there, and I like that. I don't want to kill this character off.
I don't want to kill her off. I just think she would actually affect me, which is, I think I'm a rarity in that. Because Ant-Man and Wasp wasn't like groundbreaking, but she lived a hard life. I sympathize with that.
She's sad.
She's very sad.
So you think she survives the movie?
Yeah, I think she survives the movie.
I do too. I think she survives. There's no reason to kill off this character.
If you killed her,
I'd
be really sad.
Also, like, she's one of the few Thunderbolts with like powers. You know what I mean?
More reason to kill her.
I know.
They're like, odd one out.
U.S. Agent John Walker.
Does he deserve to die? No, they're not going to kill a father with a baby. A brand new baby.
Do we know that's his baby?
That is also true.
He could have broken into that house and killed the parents.
Oh, yeah, he could have killed the parents and just took the baby.
Yeah, he's like, I want a baby.
That's crazy.
I got to rehab my image. I need a baby.
I need a goo-goo.
Goo-goo gaga. I'm your dad now.
No, they're not going to kill you. They're not going to kill Wyatt.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a way to redeem him.
Right.
I don't know if there's a way to
redeem him.
I think he's going to try. I think there's going to be a moment where he's like, he breaks down a little bit in this and he's like, I should do this because I'm a bad person. Like I did something bad. And then they'll be like, no, we all did something bad.
Right. He seems like the most comedic relief in this movie. I mean, I guess Alexei is a lot. He gets a lot of the punchlines, but I feel like John Walker is going to be a big comedic part of this movie.
What Bucky was to Sam in in whatchamacallit. I think he's going to be that Civil War. That's the voice of reason. They call it improv the straight man. He's going to be the one to bounce off of and be like, no, we're not doing that.
Right. Okay.
No, he's going to survive.
I think he'll survive
They're
too.
They're not going to kill a dad.
Yelena Belova. Florence Pugh. No way they kill this character.
Does it call him dying if you go into the void?
She definitely goes in the void, right?
What if she doesn't get out?
We've seen in the trailer she's kind of walking towards it. We've seen these weird interactions with her, interacting with her own self. Looks like near a bathtub. Maybe she tried to harm herself. Interacting with a younger version of herself. I think she goes through all this. I don't think they want to kill her. They've already killed off Black Widow. I don't think you should kill both of them.
If going into the void is
death,
I think she does. And I think that lays up to her meeting. This is a stretch, I will say that before I say what I'm about to finish. I think that lays up her meeting Clea and Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
And that's what brings her
And she's
into,
like in the dark dimension?
Yeah, I think she's like, where the hell am I? And they're going to be like, and I think they would probably leave her there. It's that Doctor Strange is like, I know who Natasha is.
Okay.
And
So you're saying into this movie, credits rolling, she's not on Earth 616
I don't think she's on 616.
She's in the void.
I think she's in the void.
And her sacrifice helped the rest of the team. Ooh, that's good, Jessica. That's good writing.
I don't know if it's going to happen. I just need a way to bring in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I want to see him again. I want to see Clea again. Big time.
Of course you do.
I was so excited for Charlize Theron to come into the MCU, and it was for 2 seconds.
Charlize Theron, poor Charlize Theron is literally like, that was like 10 years ago.
I know.
It was like.
And she's got Old Guard 2 coming soon to Netflix. We're going to see her again.
But yeah.
I don't think Yelena dies in this movie.
Go ahead,
I think
say
she's
no.
still up there.
Say no. I say
no.
yes for her, and I technically say yes for, I said no for Taskmaster, yes for Yelena.
I like your guts. I commend your guts, Jessica. You have the balls that I don't.
Okay.
And I respect that about you, but you're wrong. Yelena will be alive at the end of this movie. They're not going to give her. Florence Pugh is great. Hey, she's great.
If going into the void is considered death, that's the only reason.
She'll go in, but she's out by the end of the movie.
100%. I get that. I get that.
What about Sentry, a.k.a. Bob?
Sentry
the Void.
and
the
Bob
character of Sentry.
Is not, but the Void will.
You think the Void is dead?
The Void will die, but not Sentry and Bob. I think her going into the Void is going to be the part of the story where she like has to separate the two.
I like that.
I think by all the trailers, she clearly is the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they're all the connective tissue, but she's the heart of it all. And that her realization and self-reflection is going to be what pulls Sentry out of Bob.
Okay.
Or Bob out of Bob out of the Void, or Void out of Bob. Whoever's in who.
Okay. I agree. I think Sentry will still be alive at the end of this movie. It's an interesting character, very strong.
Yeah.
Now, most of what we've seen in the trailer, his strength is when he's the Void, it seems like. There's that moment. We know he gets shot at when he's in his like scrubs or whatever, because we've seen the bullet holes, and I don't think he's the Void in that moment.
No, yeah.
But most of his power seems to be the Void. But Sentry, the character, is also very strong.
I think
without the Void.
Yeah, I think he's power. I think he's empowered. It's not until he really kind of like touches the Watchtower that he's like, I'm the.
I agree. Yeah, I think Sentry will be alive, and it'll be fun to see what they do with this kind of very strong character.
Yeah, luckily he's still beatable in the comics at least. It's not really hard to hit him with like something that melts his brain, but
hit him with that brain melting.
But you need someone like, because he is very strong.
Yeah. He's kind of like Vision, I would say. Vision's a very powerful character.
But it's luckily, again, still beatable. When I look at Gaia and when I look at, I forget what Harry Styles' character was. Fox.
Firefox.
When I look at those ones, I'm like, those are unbeatable people.
Right. You look at like the Eternals. They have like very strong powers.
Yeah, I'm like, hard to beat those, but you can still beat Sentry is a good grounded one. And also there's a reason why Steven Yeun was like scheduling reasons, and I'm sure it was the Thunderbolts, but I'm thinking it's also long term. What comes later.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I want to see Sentry and Hulk fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be fun.
It'd be a good fight.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Sentry lives, I think. I agree with that. Let's talk about some of the kind of side characters and whether or not they'll die. We don't know a lot about these characters yet. Wendell Pierce is in the film. Oh, yeah,
Wendell Pierce is... I always forget that Wendell
Pierce
is in this.
Bunk from The Wire. That's how I always remember him. Do you think that character dies?
No. You can't kill Wendell.
I agree.
You can't kill Wendell Pierce. Come on. That's crazy. If you oh my God. Google who Wendell Pierce is, unless we brought up an image, and then you'll be like, oh, that guy that's in everything.
Yeah. He was most recently like in those the Jack Ryan show.
Oh, is
the Jack Ryan show.
He's in everything. Yeah. I know that I knew him from I think Suits. He was what's his name?
Is he in Suits?
I think he's Meghan Markle's dad.
Oh, okay. He's the best part of the Jack Ryan show. You know what the worst part of the Jack Ryan show is?
What?
Jack Ryan.
Shut the hell up.
It's an awful representation of that character, and I don't like it. And I sound like the biggest nerd right now, but I don't like that version of Jack Ryan.
Will you look up who Wendell Pierce is just to make sure I'm getting? It's the black man.
Yeah, he's a black man.
Right? The with the big head in the face, the big head, the nose.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And
apologies to Wendell Pierce.
I'm pretty sure he's in Suits.
I mean, he's worked so much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Meghan Markle's dad. I don't even care if he's not in Suits, and I said that. That's fine. I knew what the face was. That's all.
He was in Suits. He played Robert Zane.
Yeah. Okay.
For 36 episodes.
Yep. Okay. So
I assume that's Meghan Markle's dad.
I think so.
Okay.
And then you look up Jack Ryan.
I just want to look at it. Yeah, John Krasinski. I didn't like that.
I
think there's one.
I
think they're making a final movie of that. I don't know. Damn. Apologies if you love that show. That's fine. I just found it to be not the Jack Ryan I like.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that, but yeah, that's too much. Why lose that man? And also bring that man back when you guys bring in Luke Cage.
Yeah, ooh.
I think he was already in Luke Cage, wasn't he? The Luke Cage cast, when it comes to the roster for black actors in Hollywood, they got literally everyone. People that have shown up again in Marvel movies, they've gotten. The woman that's in
Mahershala Ali's in it.
Yeah, the woman that is the person that Tony Stark talks to, and she's like, my son died because of Sokovia.
Oh, yes.
She's like one of the main people in Luke Cage.
Woodard. That's her.
Yeah. I was like, there's a lot of people in Luke Cage. Is he in it?
I don't know.
Oh, we have time.
So.
We have time. Put him in there.
He must have auditioned.
He had to. Oh, yes, 100%.
They had him on the wall.
Did you know that sweat, saliva, and other bodily fluids seep into your mattress over time, causing bacteria and fungus to grow? One of the best ways to ensure that your sleep space is as fresh as possible is by updating your mattress, which is why we're stoked that Helix Sleep is sponsoring this video. Get ahead of the spring cleaning and head to helixsleep.com/rockstars for more information. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, and the Helix Kid mattresses. Finding the perfect mattress is so easy thanks to Helix's sleep quiz. Just answer a few questions and you'll get a mattress that's perfect firmness and temperature for you. And now you can dial your setup even more perfectly thanks to Helix's new mattress topper collection. Producer Evan even got himself a premium mattress topper and he's been loving flopping down on it after a long day of streaming. Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US. The mattress comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself. I love my Helix and I think you would too. From now until the end of April, you can get 20% off site-wide during Helix's spring savings event. Just click the link in the description or go to helixsleep.com/rockstars to get started.
Let's talk about Geraldine Viswanathan's character. This is Val's assistant.
I don't think so because
this was originally going to be Ao Debris.
And that's why I don't think they're going to kill her because it was originally Ao and you're not killing Ao.
I don't think so. I don't see why you kill this character.
Yeah, I don't see why you kill this character.
There. Yeah, lives.
If you kill this character, it's the equivalent of killing that poor nanny assistant in Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World movie. She was the one that got picked up by the pterodactyl and just got thrown into the.
Kill those kids. Not enough kids die in the Jurassic franchise.
It's a known fact that dinosaurs don't eat children.
They're like, I'm not that messed up.
They're like, that's tiny. Give me her.
I may have died 65 million years ago, but no. I mean, there's the beginning of Jurassic Park 3 or Jurassic Park 2 where the girl is attacked by the little compies, but I don't think she dies.
She does die.
Does she die? No, I think the mom just screams. And I think they confirm later that she didn't die.
Also, that's what she gets for giving it a little roast beef.
Yeah, you don't feed wild animals, folks, because then they see you as food.
When I was little and I'd watch that scene, I thought that she was just getting like tickled by them. Like they were like, yee! And I was like, I want all of them.
They're not being tickled.
Rewatch the scene. You realize she's being murdered.
That also is one of the greatest like edits in film where the mom is screaming and then it cuts to Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character, yawning in front of a tropical ad on a subway. It's just it's the strangest edit ever.
The trilogy.
Way to go, Spielberg. Yeah. Way to go. Okay, what about Valentina Allegra de Fontaine?
No,
Val's character. They kill her? No, absolutely not. Why would you kill off Julie?
Those are three actors that no use.
Well, let's make another prediction around Val. Okay, going into this movie, the last we saw her was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She was the director of the CIA, a very public-facing role. She can be hauled before Congress if she wants, though we've seen in our world, sometimes you can be subpoenaed and not show up in front of Congress and nothing happens.
Hey, the MCU world is working better than us.
We're assuming Val is still the director of the CIA going into this movie. Do you think by the end of this movie, she is still the director of the CIA, or is she somehow publicly admonished and they throw her in the raft or something like that?
No, I think she's still, I want to believe that Val is very sneaky successfully and is always 5 steps ahead. And I think that even is the case with like her superiors. Okay. And so I want to believe she still has her position. She just was able to do something. So what I think she's really doing, because we also know that Red Hulk is now the president is a Red Hulk.
Right.
So
he was outed as a Hulk.
Yeah. So then,
and now he's on the raft.
So right now, what we're looking at president wise, people are like, "Ooh, this is a mess." Kingpin is also tying off New York from everywhere else. They're like, okay, mayor wise, people are messed up. Then we have Bucky that's in the political system, and they're like, wasn't that a sleeper agent? It looks like Val is the only person on paper that doesn't have a track record of already messing things up. What she's been doing. Yeah. And I believe that what she's doing with Sentry is actually a trap for Sentry to make the Thunderbolts look better. Oh, and that's why I'm like, I don't think, double twist. I think she's still going to be the CIA, but I think they're going to put like the new Nick Fury ability of making teams and using those resources into her hands.
Okay. Yeah, like they want to have like an official government run team. Because remember,
in Wakanda Forever, he was like, with the vibranium, she was like, oh, I dream of it if America could have those resources.
Right.
And I'm like, she does just genuinely want power, but power for America and herself equally. And I think showing what the Thunderbolts can do will give them more resources that they didn't have before. And then they'll just get Sentry a part of the team once the Void is detached.
Yeah, she'll be like, you're in, baby. We fixed you. Great, I did it. I'm Val. I'm the best.
Everything works for her at the end of the day, and we need to remember that. In an interview, Julie Louis-Dreyfus was mentioning how, like, we're going to meet more of her backstory, but I think that backstory is just going to show us, like, why she does, like, how she's shaped to be so cutthroat and selfish.
I agree. I think she still will be director of the CIA. I think she's shrewd enough to do that. There's a clip they put out online when they're all in the Watchtower, and John Walker like tries to arrest her, and she kind of like laughs or whatever. So I do think, they're going to try and stop her, but she's like, no, I'm in charge of everything here. Now, here's a twist I'll throw in there. Do you think in the comics, Val was kind of revealed to be Madam Hydra at one point? Madam Hydra is a title that was held by many characters in the comics. It's basically Hydra's top agent at the time. Do you think they'll ever kind of pull in? Are they going to reveal some sort of Hydra connection? Or do you think they're done with Hydra?
I think they're done with Hydra, but her being like a robot or a clone like she was, I think could be the case.
You think we'll get some other reveal of her allegiance here? Or is she like, I'm America all the way, baby?
I think she's going to be a regular human. But if she is not a regular human, I think her backstory is going to be Val died, and this is someone that took her identity.
Oh, man. Like a Skrull?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Look here.
Are they going to say?
What's his name in Daredevil Born Again? Skrull. I'm not saying.
Jonah, was that his name?
I thought it was like Leroy.
I think it was Leroy.
He said, can we say it was
Caramel corn.
Shut the hell up.
He got arrested for stealing some caramel corn.
It's really hard to say those words with his normal accent, so I gave it to him. He did a good job. But no, there is in the comics where Val was basically like a robot. I don't know if it was
like a life model decoy.
Yeah, she was a decoy. Yeah, she was a decoy.
Could she be a life model decoy
from Doom?
From Doom?
Oh my god, that'd be kind of fun if he was already been. He's okay because time is an illusion. Yeah. He's way. And we actually realized that Doomsday it's just the distant future. Yeah. And he already planned this and had Val starting the pieces for him. Whoa,
I like that idea.
Bitch. That takes away the whole Skrull element. I know that they could just be like, what if she's a Skrull? We don't need Skrulls anymore.
But I'm ready for some life model decoys.
That'd be
more
sick.
Fun.
That'd be sick because that might be the reason why she has a slip up. Is like, oh, she's not actually as smart as a human.
I got too close to her microwave. And Vision's like, I know.
Vision touches her
smell another robot.
I think she's just a human, and I think at the end of the movie it's gonna be revealed as that. But if it wasn't, there's so much potential from the comics of what Val could be.
I do think, still in charge of the CIA, still director of the CIA, but I think there will be a secondary reveal of other allegiance somehow.
Oh yeah,
not Hydra. I don't think they want to do Hydra again.
Not like
it's too soon for Hydra again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not what's his name? Not Mayor Fisk.
Oh, like she's working with Fisk? I don't know. I think she's like better than Fisk.
I think she 100%, but you start small. That's how you get bigger things, right? So it's like, it makes sense for him to start in New York and that expands across the country.
I think it'll be revealed she's been working with Wenwu the whole time.
Oh my God.
The Dweller in Darkness.
She was hooking up with Wenwu.
She was hooking up with Wenwu 800 years ago, dog. You don't even know.
Damn.
Okay. Here's one. Will Sentry be separated from the Void? Completely.
Yeah, 100. I think so.
There won't be like a dual identity thing anymore by the end of the movie.
I think so, but
I don't think... They'll defeat the Void somehow.
But I don't think the Void goes, if that makes sense. I don't know. Again, time is an illusion, and I feel like the same goes for Void. What the Void is. The Void is just an entity, or like, I don't know how to explain it, because I'm not a scientist. But I feel like the Void...
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
I think the Void can die and go away, but whatever that dimension is that the Void sends you to will not.
Okay.
It's kind of like the TVA can die, but the where they pruned you still exists. The end of time still existed.
That Void.
Yeah, that Void still exists. I think it's like that.
Okay. I like that idea. Yeah, I do think they will be separated, yes. But I do like the idea that it's like they kind of defeat the Void, but it goes back. I like your idea that it's connected to the dark dimension. It's like Dormammu's like, you messed up.
The Void, that's Marvel loves making sure their villains are the biggest villains from the comics, but can be torn down in the movies. And that would be the best for the Void.
Okay.
The Void is like insane. And of course, Dormammu is its leader.
Love it. I love it.
Bring back Dormammu.
Okay, let's make some predictions of cameos. Let's start with like a random cameo in the movie. Now, this would be like your most logical cameo.
Okay.
Like something we would expect to see in this movie. It makes sense. It tracks. I'm not surprised when this character shows up.
It's Wilson Fisk.
Wilson Fisk?
I think it's Wilson Fisk and Vanessa.
Oh, that's good.
It's got to be Wilson Fisk. You're in New York.
Yes.
While everything's happening, and love it or
and
leave
not just a name cameo. You're saying Vincent D'Onofrio shows up in the movie. Okay.
Yeah. I think when he said I can't be in the movies was just
I do think that was
he threw that out there, and he's getting smart about it. He's getting very smart about it. He's saying things that like,
because he's always saying he's always been talking stuff.
He's always talking and throwing us off. So I'm like, nah, he's gonna show up, and if it's not him, it definitely will be Vanessa. They're still rich. Like Val is very rich, and so it makes sense that she's one of the rich people in New York that doesn't disagree with what he's doing. And why would she want to be in a cage? She probably already knows that these rich people are in a cage.
I've got a swordsman in a cage. I want to show him to you.
She's like, yeah, he's just a boy playing with his toys.
Val, I brought you this fruit basket to honor the opening of this beautiful building you're working on.
I'm not trying to be this person. You know damn well Val was Fisk's type. And she did not give him a time of day.
She was like, you're too dumb for me.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm tired of your monologuing. I'm here to get.
No, Val was first, and then he went, it's not working, and then found tall ass Vanessa.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, Val. I'm going to have to break up. And Val's like, I broke up with you months ago. Stop texting me, dude.
Leave me alone.
Gross.
Stop it.
Gross.
But no, I think it's got to be Fisk and...
I like that. That's a great prediction.
Who do you think?
I think it's something simple like... I would love it if Harrison Ford cameos in this movie somehow. Like they cut
From
to the raft. Or like she goes to visit him on the raft. I don't know. Some sort of weird transition of power thing. I don't know. That's wild though. I don't think they could get Harrison. He's a maniac.
That'd be funny.
It's probably some. I don't want to say Wong. That's too easy.
Think of it. It's still like New York. So I feel like it has to be someone New York. It's not Tom Holland, unfortunately.
It would be weird to have. It would
be a fun post-credit scene though.
Yeah. It would be weird to have like Sam Wilson show up. I think just because like.
Well, Bucky showed up in his movie to be like, hey,
true.
I'm here to help you. I would not be surprised to see Sam Wilson be like on a phone call or something, be like, you got this? And he's like, yeah, I can do this, and spills that hot dog sauce on himself.
I think, Sam Wilson or like Mark Ruffalo. Is that weird?
I just think it's due time.
Yeah.
It's due time to bring him back.
Not Hulk, though, but he's just Mark Ruffalo. But that seems weird also.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
Especially because he's
on
Sakaar?
We don't know where he is.
Yeah. Technically,
could like a Miss Marvel show up or something like that? It's New York. I'm trying to think who's like in the area.
Yeah. And again, it's like the area, but they're like in the richer part of the area. And it seems like so sudden what he's doing that they're already there. So it's probably not Miss Marvel who's in Jersey and still has to take a train or a bus or a car to get to you.
Could I say Rachel Weisz, like Melina, shows up? Alexei's...
I mean, you can say anyone.
I think Melina. I'll say Melina.
With Sam Wilson, with the pig or without the pig?
No, with riding the pig. The pig is now 10 times as big. She's fed it Pym particles and she's riding it like a horse.
Alexei. Wasn't that the pig's name? Was Alexei?
Yeah, she named it Alexei. I rewatched like that scene because I love when Yelena's like, this is real to me. It was real to me. And Melina's like, that's the whole scene is messed up. When she like stops that pig from breathing, it is.
Yeah, she like turns it off.
She's a little freak, dude. Yeah. I'm into it. I like Melina. She can
choke.
She can wipe my brain whenever she wants, dude. She don't even got to put the chemicals in me. I'll do whatever she says.
Hey, she can choke this pig.
Hey, I saw the Mummy. She can do whatever she wants, dude. Whatever. All right, let's make a wild card cameo. Okay, this is like
Emma Stone.
As who?
You said wild card.
Okay. As herself? As actress Emma Stone?
As actress Emma Stone. I'm gonna keep going.
I think this would be wild, but I think Scarlett Johansson showing up as Black Widow in the void.
What? Oh,
you know what I mean? And I think that would blow my mind because
that
that would be like super secret. They really kept it under wraps. I think that would be wild.
And I would understand that. Oh, first off, they can shoot that on a soundstage.
Right. Yes.
And also, if going into the void is like you seeing, you have to also confront yourself. And that's probably why Sentry or Bob can't disconnect or whatever, what have you, what's in the void. It would make sense that hers is like Natasha.
Yeah. Because they had their moment in Black Widow, but like in the timeline that all takes place before Natasha's sacrifice, I think it would be really impactful. And it's not bringing her back from the dead. It is in the void.
It would be
it's just
like
the two of them.
And honestly, it sucks, but like that's all Yelena really needs.
Yeah.
It's just that conversation with her sister.
And that'll help her get out of the void, I think. It'll give her the power to get out.
Yeah, for her sister to be like, you can do that's a good cameo.
I think it'd be wild.
That's a good cameo.
I think it'd be wild.
I'm gonna, you know what my cameo's gonna be?
What?
It's gonna be Doctor Strange and Clea.
Oh, I like that.
Mine's Doctor Strange and Clea. Mine's Doctor Strange and Clea. And to be fair, unfortunately, it has to come at a post-credit scene, but like we're bringing them back.
Well,
we get it.
Well, that's my next prediction. Post-credit scene.
Okay.
We know there's 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. I heard, traditionally there's like a funny one and then like a really serious one. There's been tweets online. The social embargo has been lifted for this movie. Like we said, a lot of people have seen it. A handful of people have seen it. And some people have been saying like very impactful, post-credit scene, best post-credit scene in the MCU, like that kind of stuff. I've heard it's like got a lot of meat to it. It's not short. It's got a little bit of scene work to it. So what do you think this post-credit scene is? Do you think it's something involving Doctor Strange and like the Dark Dimension or something like that?
I think it's preparing for Doomsday, and it will be like Doctor Strange. I like the idea that Doctor Strange is the British are coming. The British are coming.
He's Paul Revere.
He's Paul Revere.
He's
I like
British.
him being the one that gives you the warning. He looks a lot different, clearly, but he would be the one that's like, I know the outcome.
Okay.
Also because like in the comics it was a lot of like it was Strange, Molecule Man, and Tony Stark. Oh, not Tony Stark. Doctor Doom. Oh my God, he's got me. He's got me. It was a lot of them originally. I think I read that comic so long ago, but it was a lot of them and Reed. And I was like, oh yeah, you need Doctor Strange, and I need Doctor Strange to be the one to be like, we're done.
Right.
There's no turning back. So I want to believe the real one is Doctor Strange introducing like Doomsday or just saying the word Doomsday.
The 616 away.
Of like a worse thing that's coming. I think the funny one is absolutely just going to be the Red Guardian. And instead of having like a limo service, he owns like a catering company.
Oh, okay. He's like back on the street, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's not like, look, he saves the day every now and then. It's like him in What If you watch the last season of What If, where he's now a gym teacher in a high school, but he's still Red Guardian.
Yeah. I think the post-credit scene will be, some sort of warning about like what's coming with Doomsday. I wonder if it's like the Fantastic Four or just Reed Richards, just like Pedro Pascal, like kind of setting up the next movie in an interesting way, which is what they used to do a lot in the MCU, like this would be the next movie and here's a scene from it. I don't think it'll be a scene from the next movie, but I think it'll be the Fantastic Four either reaching out through some sort of communication or like, weird time door open or the blue door opens and it's like Pedro Pascal.
I like that a lot because we do know that from the trailer he's like, I was the one that sent out that communication. I was like, what if you sent that communication to everybody? And they're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You guys hear that? And then you know what we did? We threw out a giant gold disc out into space and it had the Beatles and nature noise
it has
on
math on it. There's a gold. We put out is that Pioneer? Was that the satellite? We put a gold record with like pictures of us, random photos, some weird songs, some things that are like, we understand math. Look, and that would be like us getting a scrap of paper in a bottle in the ocean and be like, what idiots wrote this?
I'm not trying to be this person, but like our smartest people in 616 MCU is technically what Bruce Banner and like Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, I mean, like of the superheroes, is very smart.
And Riri Williams. I was like, of the superheroes. I know there's probably very intelligent because what's her name was Amadeus Cho.
Oh yeah,
Cho.
Dr.
Cho's
Cho from Avengers.
Which one is it?
Age of Ultron.
It's Age of Ultron.
I couldn't think of his name.
Very smart. But I'm like, of the superheroes, we don't have Reeds. We don't have Kangs. So anymore. Anyways, we don't have Kangs and we don't have Reeds. So it's like, yeah, our first instinct is to just send a gold-plated record out there. And Carl Sagan say, that's a good idea. Send him a joint.
We should have kept sending out every couple of years. We should send out another record being like, hey, if you got the first one, we're a little bit more advanced now. Yeah. We got a little bit smarter.
Look here.
We understand a little bit more.
You don't like rock? We have new metal.
Have you heard Billie Eilish? You're going to love it,
You're
guys.
going to love it. Get rid of the Sugar Ray one. Yeah. Get rid of the Limp Bizkit one.
We should be sending memes out to space. Like, it's a Billie Eilish song, but it's just cats. Okay.
What is the little, there's the little one that's on the moon. The little robot that's on the moon, and every year on its birthday it sings happy birthday to itself.
That's the one on Mars.
That's the one on Mars.
And I forget.
And
there's a few that were on Mars that
I shove it to the back of my head because it's the saddest thing in my life.
I know. They all just die on Mars. They go,
oh, Wally's. It's a world of Wally's.
Final prediction. Let's predict the box office for Thunderbolts. Right now it's tracking somewhere between 65 million and 85 million. Just to give you some context around other Marvel movies recently, Captain America Brave New World in its 3-day weekend did 88.5 million domestically. Not too bad. And did pretty well overseas too. Deadpool and Wolverine domestically, its first weekend did $211 million. Okay. Just domestically, its opening weekend. I mean, that movie went on to make $1 billion. What do we think? Where do you think Thunderbolts lands?
But that's not fair because I definitely not where Deadpool and Wolverine was.
No, but do you think it can beat Captain America? It doesn't have the name recognition of like Captain America, but I feel like the press for it has been really good and really positive, and word of mouth is good.
I think it's going to do better than Brave New World, but it's not going to be like by a lot. It's going to be...
You think it maybe hits that 85 million?
How much was Brave New World again?
Brave New World was 88.5 million. The tracking on this movie is 65 million to 85 million. That's being generous. Now, that I haven't found any more recent numbers. Those numbers are kind of from the beginning of April. I think the word of mouth is getting better. The press is getting better.
The press and word of mouth is getting better, but it's so hard. And this is only from what I see and what I hear. Or not even what I hear, what I see is. Remember, I'm still in the nerd space. Right. Even my friends are nerds, but it's like
we live in a nerd bubble.
Yeah, we're in a nerd bubble. I'm like, people love Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
they love Sebastian Stan, but they don't know what this is.
Right.
They know Captain America.
Yeah,
but it's still. But
Captain
America was strictly like a Marvel thing.
Yeah,
like you're not. This one people are interested in because it has Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan. Like it's fun. That one was strictly Marvel people.
Yeah.
But I don't think those many new people to Marvel are willing to go see it for Thunderbolts. Right. They're willing to see it for Deadpool and Wolverine, but Thunderbolts, they just don't know what it's about. It's funny, actually. I went to go see Sinners with my best friend Julie, and Julie was like, I just don't know what this movie is about. Yeah. And she was like, what does Florence Pugh do? She's the sister? And I was like, yeah, she's the sister of the one that dies. She goes Sebastian Stan, and she's like, those are the only two people she can name off.
Okay.
Not even Wyatt Russell. So I don't think it's going to do crazy bigger than Captain America Brave New World, unfortunately. I think it's going to do 80.
85,
85? I think
hit it?
It's a little lower than Brave New World, but I do think
long tail will do better.
100.
It'll have a better second weekend.
Word of mouth, that's how it happens. Yeah. That's how it happens. And it's going to do much better overall than Brave New World, I think.
Okay.
But I think opening weekend is going to be a little bit under.
I believe in this movie. Let's give it 90 million.
God
Beat
dang.
the tracking, guys. I believe in you. I'll see it twice.
I'm excited. It sucks because it is like, it's hard to make a team within the Marvel Cinematic Universe and expect new people to go see it. Because they don't know it. They know the Fab Five. The original six.
The Avengers?
Yeah, the original six. The Fab Six. But they don't know who these ones are unless you saw the Disney Plus shows.
When a lot of people did not. Let's make one last prediction too. What does the asterisk mean?
I think it represents each of them. It represents each of them, and they are the new heroes. Okay. I said this before, and I think I just said it in a very messy, mush mouth way. Okay. That I'm like, I think their asterisks are just when you make a mistake. So the Avengers, asterisks, like that's what these people are. They're the Thunderbolts, asterisks. It's like, yeah, they're the team we have for now.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep it that way for a minute. It was a mistake, but we're going to keep them. So I think it's like just to show up that, yeah, we understand the mistake. I literally texted my friend the other day and I said, I was like, hi, whore. But it corrected to HO''RE, and I had to go whore with the asterisks. And I was like, sorry.
I just clarified, so just so you know.
So I think that's the equivalent of Thunderbolts.
I got you. That's ducking crazy, Jess.
That's ducking crazy. Hi, whore.
I think the asterisk means Dark Avengers.
Oh, are you calling them that? This is like our version of that.
Yeah.
I see that.
Whatever happens with the Void will make them become the Dark Avengers.
That's the name they give themselves.
Yeah.
I see that.
They'll say it.
I see that.
That would make the comic book fans happy.
That make you happy.
I would like it. I love the run of the Thunderbolts where they become the Dark Avengers. It's very fun. When Norman Osborn kind of like leads the Thunderbolts, it's a good comic run. I would love to see that. Okay, so those are our predictions for Thunderbolts. I'm so excited to see this movie. I cannot wait.
We should have made the prediction of Coleman Domingo reprising his role.
Oh, I mean, that would be a crazy cameo.
First off,
let Coleman Domingo be Norman Osborn in live action.
He's too busy now. Great. We talked to Jeff about this, but great grab to grab that man. And you know damn well he's going to be in the second season of your show. Yeah. And he's literally Academy nominated.
When you bring Norman Osborn into the MCU,
that's that man.
Domingo.
That's the man.
Please.
Ooh, and let him choose his wardrobe.
Let him dress however he wants. Let him do it.
Ooh, a smooth, slick ass Colt. That would make me be that would make me swoon for Norman Osborn. I'd be like, oh, he's not crazy.
Oh yeah. Next week coming up on the channel on New Rockstars, we of course have Last of Us Season 2 Episode 3 breakdown will be out tomorrow, hosted by Jessica.
And I did in depth, I promise. I went since Eric is out, I'm just taking over for the third episode, but I'm gonna keep it up to the same T that he did the last two.
That's right.
And we're all still working on it as a document, so it's not just me.
And of course we'll have our live after show discussion on Monday, 11 a.m. live on the Break Room channel. Tune in, send in your questions, send in your thoughts. We'll be talking about the show. If you haven't played the video game, we're not going to spoil anything for you. We try and keep that conversation as spoiler-free as possible. But yeah, tune in. Let's talk about The Last of Us. Loving the show. Episode 2, so much fun, and can't wait for episode 3.
Oh my God, number 2 and 4.
Oh my gosh, how dare you. And of course, next week on the channel, we'll have all of our Thunderbolts coverage. We'll have our breakdown of the post-credit scene coming out on Thursday. We'll have a full movie breakdown out on Friday morning. And we'll have a live discussion about the movie on the Break Room channel. Probably on Friday. We'll post the times for that as we get closer to it. So stay tuned for all of that next week.
We have one more thing.
What one more thing?
You don't know?
What?
Jessica's going to do a full breakdown of her time at Beyonce.
Oh.
She's seeing Cowboy Carter on Thursday.
Gosh.
She bought her ticket through Klarna.
Oh my gosh.
This is not an ad for Klarna.
This is at SoFi Stadium?
I think so.
You don't know where it is?
Girl, when I was racing for those tickets,
you didn't care.
I wasn't paying attention. I said LA. And then she added 2 more days. And
Jessica's actually, she's going to see Beyonce. Who's that? A polka band, Beyonce.
Oh, God. I'm dressed in. I have a sash that she wears on the cover that says Cowboy Clemons. Yeah. And I'm just at that.
Do you have 2 of your friends in like a horse costume and you're going to ride them into the show?
I wish Marissa and Debbie would. Marissa and Debbie, if you're watching, please give up on the outfit that you already planned and be a horse for me.
I love it. I love it. Let's wrap things up with a little quick session of what we're watching.
I'm not watching anything.
You watch stuff all the time.
I know that's we've just been so busy with this. I will say, actually, no, I can say one thing.
What?
I've seen Sinners 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Sinners 3 times. I am obsessed with this movie. I broke down Sinners a long time ago when the trailer originally dropped, or the teaser, I think. And yes, I know some of you watching are like, yeah, Jessica, it's a black film. You love black films. And I'm like, yes, I do.
But it's more than that.
But it is.
It's an original story.
And it's also a vampire movie.
Yeah.
And I love vampires, you guys. You know this. You guys see how weird I am about Nosferatu. I love vampires. They just put 2 of the 2 things that are for me.
Beautiful.
For me, this is me. The only thing that is missing is a cat. Like, I was like, this is a great movie and it's beautiful. And Ryan Coogler did it again. It's such a good movie. I can't recommend you guys seeing it enough, but you don't even need to listen to me say that. Everyone online is talking about it.
At the time of this recording, I have not seen it yet, but I have my tickets to see it. It was so hard to get tickets, even though it's the second weekend. And
we live in LA where it's playing everywhere, but it's sold out.
I definitely wanted to see it in IMAX. I couldn't see it in Dolby, my favorite format, because The Accountant 2 has taken all the Dolbys, and I'm mad about it.
Okay, well, to be fair, you got to go see The Accountant 2 in Dolby.
Also, side note, I liked The Accountant. That was a fun movie. It was kind of like a fun little sleeper movie, word of mouth.
Yeah.
I don't remember Ben Affleck's character having that weird voice. Have you seen the trailer for The Accountant 2?
Yeah.
It's like this kind of weird accent. I don't remember that in the first movie.
I didn't see the first one, but I will say
Anna
the
Kendrick's
trailer.
in the first one, I think.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Anna Kendrick.
The first one didn't come out that long ago.
It came out that long ago.
2016?
I don't know when that movie came out.
I guess 2016 is a long time ago.
Jess, we had a whole ass pandemic since between then and now. Don't Google accountant. You don't get the answer you want.
You get an actual person to help you with your taxes.
2016, you were right.
Okay. Oh, I guess, and that, Pitch Perfect was like right around there
9
too.
years ago, Jessica.
Okay, that's on me. I've lost track of time. No, he's doing a weird thing, but I also can just tell he texted his homie John Barenthal and was like, "Hey, do you want?" He was like,
"John, I don't want to do a lot of running in this. Will you do a lot of the heavy action stuff for me? I'll just be there."
I don't think I'm going to see The Accountant. I didn't see the first one. I have no.
I'll watch it eventually. I don't know.
I think the only trailer that I've seen.
The first one's good. I like the first one a lot.
I saw this and I said there is no part of this movie that feels like I would enjoy it too much.
But I'm excited to see Sinners. I'm gonna see it in IMAX. It was just funny that like all the IMAX for every showing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like almost sold out. But if you want to see it in like a normal theater, tons of seats because I think Coogler's done a good job
of
promoting to see it in like a large format, which I love to see.
The first time I saw it was in a regular theater, was just a regular theater. I said, this is gorgeous. And then I saw it in IMAX and it was giant, it was tall. And I was like, ooh, beautiful. That's Guy. Yeah. And then I saw it in a 70 millimeter film projection, or I forget the projector at the Vista in LA. That's the one that has only one of 5 theaters that can project like this, that the movie is being distributed to. Luckily in LA, we are one of the 5 theaters.
Right. A beautiful old theater. And I did see a great kind of post on Reddit talking about like, go see Sinners at the Vista.
It was
because the Vista was a theater that showed Birth of a Nation, an awful racist movie that kind of kicked off movies and like big know that. Traveling road shows. So it's like, stick it to the man. Go see fucking Sinners at the Vista.
It was beautiful. Yeah. I loved it in that 70 millimeter. It was so gorgeous. The shadows. Okay, sorry. I'll stop talking about Sinners.
I'm excited to see it.
You guys will have a great time watching.
Yeah. I will say what I'm watching, The Rehearsal, season 2. It's back, baby. Nathan Fielder's show on HBO Max.
I've heard. Okay, we can't talk about spoilers.
Season 1 of The Rehearsal is insane. It's crazy. If you tried to watch it and you didn't like it, that's totally fine. My wife is not that into it. But the thing I love the most about The Rehearsal is like it's a weird comedy that like you don't know what's going to happen next. At any moment, I don't know what's going to happen on this show, and it's great. It is so fun. I just enjoy it. It's wild. It's different. Like, I love it. It's great.
I can't do it, but I love hearing the stories, and I love the clips that come out of his shows. It's incredible. I can't watch shows where people don't know there's a bit.
But that's part of the love I have for this show is that like some people are in on the bit, some people are not.
Yeah.
But like the bit is like very earnest, and like in season 1, he really kind of examines what he's doing and like, is it good? Is it bad?
I
think something like The Curse is like a little harder to get into. That's like a very weird comedy that is like has a lot of levels to it and is not always funny and it's just kind of like weird. This is more, I think, in line with what Nathan Fielder did on his show with like Nathan For You.
That's what I get.
But it's not a prank show in that because he's really trying to do something earnest, but you don't know how earnest it is.
But then it's also, it feels weird because it's like you're grabbing the most awkward social humans in the world, and he's trying to help it, but it's like people that are borderline sometimes not good, and I'm like, oh, they don't know what they're saying is bad, and I feel bad that it's captured on TV for me.
That's Nathan For You is a little prank showy for me, but that's good. This is like a little more earnest.
I just love The Rehearsal. Is The Rehearsal season 2 focused on? Okay, and this is not a spoiler.
There's only been 1 episode.
Oh, it's a couple though.
Well, so the focus of the show seems to be that Nathan has decided that like he has noticed that in a lot of airline accidents, it is the co-pilot is afraid to speak up to the pilot. And so he wants to like examine why that is and what's that weird social dynamic that keeps someone from, because the co-pilot is supposed to have as much cachet as the pilot in the cockpit. But there is a lot of seniority with being the pilot, and it could like ruin, a pilot could ruin a co-pilot's career, all that kind of stuff. So he wants to rehearse like the situation. So he follows this one co-pilot, and in the episode, he kind of leads this co-pilot to have a conversation with his girlfriend on the set where like she's acting as the pilot, and it's just so awkward and weird. It's great.
Okay,
it's
we'll talk about we'll also talk about it off camera because I know the spoilers and I want to ask a question about
There's also just some like great just like shots in it. It's beautiful.
I think the idea right behind that episode is very interesting.
And
I didn't even know that.
It just like it starts with a premise in season 1 and just follows different things, and it's in a totally different place by the end of the season. So I'm excited to see where like season 2 goes.
The Rehearsal, recommended by Brandon Barrick.
Love The Rehearsal.
The Rehearsal.
If you want a more traditional comedy, I mentioned this last time I was on Sneak Peek. The Studio on Apple TV is great. It's very fun, very energetic, very funny. Love it.
I tried watching it. I told Eric about this too. Try watching it because we're in Hollywood. I was like, nah, it's too close.
It's too real.
Sometimes
there's a realness to it.
It's too real. And then and this is only for I think me and if you're another person in Hollywood thinking about it. The last thing you want to do after working in Hollywood is go
like
home and keep working in Hollywood.
I know.
Especially when I was like when I was a little like PA and an office assistant. Oh, if I had to go home and watch the Studio, I'd be like, I'm turning this off.
It's great though. I mean, the physical comedy in it is just great. A lot of because they try and do a lot of long takes, so there's a lot of like Texas switches where like you're switching the actor for the stunt actor quickly, but you try not to notice it. You're not doing it through an edit. You're doing it by moving the camera and coming back. I love a Texas switch. It's a great device.
I heard it's great. I honestly, I second your Rehearsal and I second your Studio.
Beautiful.
I just cannot watch either, but I might watch the Rehearsal now.
You should watch it,
that
Jessica.
first episode.
It's great. You'll laugh. Okay, we got to get out of here. Comment down below with your thoughts, your predictions, what you're watching. We want to hear it all. A special thanks to some of our YouTube members who support us at the executive producer level. We want to shout out Rick Denman and Sin City Monster. Thank you for supporting us. YouTube can become a subscriber, a YouTube member of our channel. You can do it at any level you feel comfortable with. Even at the lowest level, you get to unlock some fun emotes. Little special thing when we do our live stuff. So do that. You can follow Jessica. You can follow me, but make sure you follow New Rockstars and all the work we do here. Thanks for watching. Check out our merch at nerdriot.shop. We'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Now this is the part of the show where I break dance.
She's gonna break dance. I'll beatbox for you.
No, you're not. It's Tiny Penis.
Excuse me. We gotta go.
Have you not seen that meme?
No.
That meme was Tiny Penis. No. Okay.
Oh no, I'm out.
I was like,
Cut the feed.
Crazy.